Okay, so if you wanted to do a graph of the lines, I'm going to go ahead and use the data set that we already created. So you can also see how the lines go through this data set of points. Um, but hopefully you have already reflected on what we have done this year. Super critical that you do that because we've done this stuff. We spent a lot of time and you guys did a great job of learning it. How to go from data and arithmetic sequences to generating a general formula. But as you noticed, this has an initial value, for instance, of y1 has an initial value of 5, and it goes up by 4 every time. So that should hopefully give you a easy way to generate the graph that models this. I'm using my keyboard, but don't forget you have this keyboard down here on the left if you are on a tablet or your phone. It can be helpful for you to be able to go ahead and do these things. You can even go to functions, and actually, let's stay away from that for now. Anyway, so we can go to y. I like to have the thing listed actually, but let's just talk about y equals, and we can talk about 4x plus 5. And you'll notice this red line now goes through all of our green points. And if I click below this, see that number 3? If I click below this, hopefully you also notice that y2 has this initial value of 0. Since that's a 0, I should say, the initial value is 35. And it goes down by 2. Hopefully you got that from the wording of the problem also. But I could type in here y equals negative 2x plus 35. And you'll notice this blue line goes through my purple dots. And where these two lines intersect, even if we didn't have the data points, but where these two lines intersect, both from a data point table standpoint, and that's an arithmetic way of finding the solution. And now we have these, the graphical way of finding these solutions, where the two lines intersect at that point, that's going to be the solution to this system that we're talking about. So hopefully that helps you also learn how to use Desmos to graph. Please, I hope this didn't confuse you that I superimposed these equations onto the data points. I could easily turn those off, and you can just see this without the data points. And we can just kind of hone in right here and look to see where this intersection point is. And it tells me it's 525. But I wanted you to see how these equations model this data really well. Okay, hopefully that helps.